الله تعالى بالشريعة المحمدية على صاحبها الصلوات والتسليمات مظنات للشرك فنهى عنها.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. So in the previous chapter, Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he mentioned that the reality of shirk is that aqsa tazallul, or utmost humbleness, must be only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But sometimes because of jahalat and ignorance, people are doing the same in front of creature. And why they do it? Because they saw in them some metaphysical action, or maybe physical, but they think this is metaphysical or very close to metaphysical. And for example, a common layman, he is able to lift up and to pick up a weight of 100 kilogram, for example. But some guy came and he lifted up 200 kilogram. So now an ignorant person, he thinks of it that this is not physical power, this is metaphysical. Otherwise, physically, a human cannot pick up 200 kilogram, for example. Got it? So they say that either Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has covered him with the dress of uluhiyya or being God, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has entered into the body of this guy. So that's why he was able to pick up and to lift up that much weight. Got it? So Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he said most of the time that is because of some physical power or some tactics that guy is using. Now inshallah we are going. So we will be in Egypt. So there we will be amazed, we will get amazed when we will see the pyramids, that how they lifted up these big rocks to such a height. Yes, and that's why still the people are thinking maybe Jinnat made it. Yes, they say that human cannot do it, but they used some strategy with which, even though the human up till now, they do not know what was that strategy, that they were taking it to that height. Got it? So now, ignorant people, if they would have been there, we don't know. So maybe they have started worshipping them, that they have the God power. That's why they are lifting up this type of weight to that height. Got it? So now Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says that now shirk has various kinds and types. Babu Aqsam is shirk. Now first, once again, he repeats the haqiqah of shirk. That what is the haqiqah of shirk? Haqiqatu shirk an ya'taqida insanun fi ba'z al-mu'azzamin min al-nas. As you know, look at me. In the creature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, types and anwa are different. And in one naw, the afrad and the individuals are different. There is one donkey who can carry 200 kilogram weight, but there will be another one much more powerful who can take 300 kilogram. There will be a camel who can take or carry 500 kilogram, but will be another one which will take 800 kilogram. Individual to individual. Same is the case of human. Some guy, he did such a thing which usually is not seen from common human, or not seen from human. So then people, because of their lack of knowledge, or because of their bewakufi, or because of their stupidity or foolishness, they are thinking of him that this guy has some God's power. Maybe God is sitting in him, or God has put his cover on him. And thus they start worshipping such like guys, making their images or their idols or their statues and worshipping them. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says that the haqiqah of shirk is an yataqid insanun, that a human believes fi ba'z al-mu'azzamin min al-nas, in some great people أن الآثار العجيبة الصادرة منه, that these amazing actions which came from this guy إنما صدرت لكوني متصفا بصفة من صفات الكمال, because he has a quality of perfection. He has a quality of perfection. مما لم يعد في جنس الإنسان, that human as a kind do not have this type of perfection or this type of quality. بل يختص بالواجب جل مجده, but this type of quality that is specifically in the entity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لا يوجد في غيره, it cannot be found in other than wajibul wujud and Allah. But if that is found, so that is because of some reason. That why that quality is found in this creature or in this human. إلا يخلع هو يلبس هو خلعة الألوهية. But if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give خلعة الألوهية, the dress up uluhiyyat, uluhiyyat means being God, the dress up uluhiyyat على غيره to someone else. أو يفني غيره في ذاته, or he is vanishing someone in his zat, in his entity, ويبقى بذاته, and the person concerned, he is remaining بذاته, with the entity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Got it? أو نحو ذلك, or such like terminologies, مما يظنه هذا المعتقد, what this guy who is believing so, he thinks so, min anwa' al-khurafat, and these are the types of khurafat. Khurafat is the plural of khurafa, and khurafa is such an amazing word which does not make any sense to people. We use it in our own language as well. In Pashto, mungo da khurafat hai, ya Farsi ke hoye, chi khurafat mein goi, yani something which does not make any sense. A guy is talking of that. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, once Ummahatul Mu'mineen, they were sitting, they were referring to some word of someone. So one of them said, Hazi khurafa. Yes, al-kalamul batil. Khurafa mean al-kalamul batil, that this is a false word. This word, or a wrong word totally, which does not make any sense. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked them, do you know that what was khurafa, who was khurafa? They say, Rasulullah, we don't know. But this is a word which is known all over the world. In every mean nation, that word is used for something which does not make sense. That is khurafa. Yes, myth. What is it? A myth. That is a myth. Khurafa is a myth. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, actually, from Banu Sam, there was one man. His name was Khurafa. His name was Khurafa. He was kidnapped by the Jinnat. He was somewhere in a desert. The Jinnat came, fell in love with him, so they kidnapped him. Yes, and he stayed for a few years with Jinn. And later on, they brought him back. When he came back, so he was living in the place of Jannat, and there strange things were happening because Jannat is a different type of creature. Yes, so when he was relating those stories, so people were not believing it. But because that was beyond their approach, what the Jannat were doing. When he was, that once we were there, so Mr. So-and-so, he did like this. There was a rock which was 10,000 kilograms. He picked it up with one hand and threw it like that small pebble in the ocean. So people were looking at him. Yes, it was not making sense to them. Yes, so that's why whatever such like talk was coming, they used to say, there's a khurafa. Got it? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says this term came actually from khurafa sahmi. Got it? Kama warada fil hadith. Inna mushrikeen kanu yulabbuna bihadhihi as-sigha. That mushrikeen, they used to say talbiyah in this form, labbaika labbaik, la sharika laka illa sharikan huwa laka tamlikuhu wa ma malak. That labbaika labbaika ya Allah, you don't have any sharik or partner with, but only a sharik who belong to you. Tamlikuhu, you own him, wa ma malaka, and he does not own anything. What it means? Got it? فَيَتَظَلَّلُ عِنْدَهُ أَقْصَ تَظَلُّلُ. So such like mushrikeen, they are humbling in front of them to their utmost. وَيُعَامِلُ مَعَهُ مُعَامَلَةَ الْعِبَادِ مَعَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى. With such like persons or people, they are doing such a muamala like as proper Muslims are doing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are bowing down in front of Allah because He is Allah and we are His slaves. So these mushrikeen, they are bowing down in front of that effigy or in front of that image or idol like as we are doing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they believe in that idol that it has the khal'at and the libas and uniform of God. وَهَذَا مَعْنَى له أشباح وقوالب. And this is a ma'nawi thing. له أشباح, the plural of shibh. Qawalib, the plural of qalib. And qalib means a fold. You are fixing things therein. So له أشباح وقوالب. والشرع لا يبحث إلا عن أشباحه وقوالبه. And Sharia is discussing these folds of shirk. التي باشرها الناس. The one which the people have adopted beneath the shirk, with the intention of shirk, hatta swarat mazannatan shirk, until it became a place of shirk, a place where you can think that this is shirk. وَلَازِمًا لَهُ فِي الْعَادَةِ. And habitually it was lazim with shirk. كَسُنَّةِ الشَّرْعِ في إقامة العلل المتلازمة للمصالح والمفاسد مقامهما. As I gave you example about Yusuf, that night I gave you example that look, why Sharia allowed us but ordered us to pray 2 rakat when you are traveling. To pray 2 rakat? When you are traveling. Why? Because safar, السفر قطعة من السقر. Arab says السفر قطعة من السقر. Safar and traveling, that is a piece of Jahannam. Because sometimes you are facing a lot of difficulties, especially at that time when they were traveling either walking or on donkey or on camel for days and days and days, but even for months they were going. So that was very difficult. So Sharia reduced the number of rakat for those who are traveling. Got it? Now, it differs from person to person. For example, me and you both, we are in what? In ship. In what? In ship. Nothing happened to you and I started vomiting. So for you, that was an enjoyment, and for me, that was a hell. For example, yes, because for example, I have the motion allergy. So if the motion allergy, so you will vomiting or not? Yes. So it differs from person to person. If something to happen to someone, so you saw it that he is in difficulty, but the other guy, he does not feel that. Got it? Now you cannot change the rule from person to person. You cannot. That the one who will start vomiting, yes, or he started headache, so he should pray 2 rakat, and the one who is okay, so he should pray 4 rakat. Because rule is rule that is generally applied. Rule is rule that is generally applied. So now is the difficulty or the headache, for example, or I have some stress because of traveling. Yes, so that is not known to you. That is not. But it is known to you that I am traveling. It is known to you that I am traveling. So that's why Sharia put actually this safar, which is the sabab. Which is what? Sabab. The sabab of that musabbab. The sabab of that musabbab. And that musabbab is actually the sabab of that maslahat. Got it? So now the actual traveling, that has become the illah, that whenever somebody is traveling for 48 miles, doesn't matter. He is not facing any difficulty, or how relaxed he is and how enjoying he is, but still the rule is that he is traveling, so he has to pray 2 rakat. Got it? كسنة الشرع في إقامة العلل المتلازمة, like the way of Sharia. سنة الشرع, like the way of Sharia, that it put العلل المتلازمة للمصالح والمفاسد مقامهما, that it puts those illas or reason which brings either maslahat or a fasad and disturbance. So it put it, maslahat will be there or not, but when the illat is there, illat of maslahat, the reason of maslahat, so Sharia said that's applied. If the illah of mafsada, that is there, Sharia said, that is applied wa nahnu nuridu. And we want أن ننبهك على أمور, to tell you certain things جعلها الله في الشريعة المحمدية صلى الله عليه وسلم, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made in Sharia of Muhammad Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم على صاحبها صلوات والتسليمات مظنات للشرك, that these are the places where shirk could be considered or where shirk could be seen. فَنَهَا عَنْهَا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He prevented that you should not do that, because that is a place of shirk. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.